Haha. What's up, fish heads? Welcome to another Fish Head live stream. We're out here at the homestead today. We are planning on doing a bunch of work. I've got to get rid of this old dog pen that's been sitting there for 2 years, waiting to be taken out of the ground and put in the dumpster, which we have over here. We got some other stuff to do, like cutting up some trees, mowing some grass, just regular maintenance. I've already done a bunch of work to the driveway, which was all rutted out. I brought in some fill dirt with the tractor, put some gravel over the top of it. So that is done. Won't put you through that nightmare, but it was pretty crazy for a little while. D's Outdoor Adventures, what's up to you? Appreciate you joining us. First in, I'm going to go ahead and jump in the tractor, get this thing pulled out of the ground, and I'm just going to chainsaw it. Just hack that thing up with the chainsaw and get it in the dumpster. More of a ASMR type of live stream today because I won't be able to chat the entire time. But I'll keep the camera on so you guys can see what's going on here. Cats are running out of the garage already. Lucas is out here too. What's up, buddy? He's going to play on his VR headset for a little while I'm over here working. But let's get to work, guys. So we do have the old John Deere tractor. Gonna put that thing to some work today. I already did a bunch of work, like I said, up here on the driveway, but that part's done, so we don't have to mess around with any of that. But I'm just gonna keep the camera rolling today. Probably have a nice long live stream. First thing we're doing though is getting rid of this old thing. That's gotta go into that dumpster right there, which is already like 3/4 of the way full, so I'm a little bit worried about that. We also have a bunch of trash on a trailer over here that we got to get rid of because we are nearing putting the roof and stuff on our new house. So trying to get the yard and everything in order here. But today's tasks are the list I just told you about. And I'm going to jump in the tractor, get this thing pulled out, make sure the concrete's not stuck in the ground anymore, cut all this wire, and then just hack that thing up into chunks, put it on the bucket of the tractor, and just dump it in the dumpster. Talk about Jesus. Praise Jesus. All right, guys, let me jump in the tractor, get going on this. Enjoy. 16 awesome people in here already. Uh-oh. Mama Fish Head just got in the van, and I am in the middle of the driveway. Let's pause for 1 second while we let her get by. I think she's taking Zach over to the grandparents' house. God bless Phil K. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, double tap that screen. Let's spread this across the YouTube universe. All right, here we go. This looks like a safe spot to put it for when she gets back. But first thing I got to do is lift that thing, get the concrete out of the ground so I can move it and cut it. And then we got to tackle that wire. That wire is some nasty stuff, but I got some bolt cutters I'm going to use for it. Appreciate you guys coming in. Watch this. I guess I didn't have those posts as deep as I remembered putting them in there, because that just lifted right out. No worries at all. Let me grab the bolt cutters. I got to cut this wire so that it comes apart, and then I can just start cutting it into chunks. And we'll load them in the bucket and put them in the dumpster. As usual, guys, I think I left the bolt cutters in the shed, which is all the way back that way. So I'm going to try to just cut it with the tin snips. Hopefully it's not too nasty, and I can just like snip, 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 snip down that fence so that I can cut like each piece off of the posts, because that wire actually is structural. You saw when I was picking the thing up, it does not want to come apart. Part of that is because it's wrapped with that metal wire. So when I cut that wire up, it should make the thing much, much weaker. I think I have the chat turned on wrong here. Let me fix this real quick, guys. There we go. All messages. Appreciate you guys coming in. Let me start cutting this thing up. Oh, yeah. Definitely doing the job, but I don't need my jacket on anymore, guys. It is hot. Getting hot already. And I got the phone super crooked in the tripod here. There we go. Time to shed the jacket. I'm always cold for like the first 5 minutes when I get out here. It's a little chilly out, but not too bad. But then I start working and I'm like, I'm not cold at all. All right, so we made pretty easy work of those first two posts. I'm just going to do that all the way around so that that wire is not holding the thing together anymore. All right, I think we're cleared to make our first chainsaw cut. Fisherman's Lodge. Rando D in the house. Missing remote. Appreciate you guys coming in. What's up with you, Stuart? I am doing some demo here and some other work on the homestead today, so I just figured I'd go live and let everybody watch. But I am now prepared to make my first of a few chainsaw cuts across that. I got to break it up into small enough pieces so that I can put it in that roll-off dumpster right there. Fish on Bryce in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Bryce. Johnny West. That would be challenging, Johnny West. Appreciate you coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. Do it. Do it. Safety tip of the day, guys. When you're going to use a chainsaw, wear safety glasses. It's better for your eyeballs. Bryce, we haven't caught too many fish. We did go fishing last week. We were live on Sunday last week. Dylan caught a couple. I got skunked. We are planning on doing an awesome catfishing video tomorrow, though. We're making a super secret special pack bait recipe that I am going to try out for the first time. We're going to be making the pack bait tonight, videoing that, taking it out to the lake tomorrow, and making a video of our experimental catfish bait. And we'll also go live too while we're doing it. So we'll be fishing live and making a video at the same time. But today is just about manual labor on the homestead. So no fishing today. I hate to say that. My glasses are super dirty. Let me wipe these off. We got new hats now, Stuart. I still have one for you. I've got the black and white fish head hat and the chatterbait sitting over on the countertop waiting to get shipped out. I just suck at shipping things out. I hate going to the place, hate doing the packaging, but I will eventually get it out here. Maybe they're just all scratched up. Bass fishing yesterday afternoon. Got 9 bass. Nice. Bulk in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Bulk. Haven't seen you in a while. Heck yeah. Not fishing today. Doing some other weird stuff around the homestead. But our channel is outdoor stuff and homesteading stuff too besides fishing. So that's what we're up to today. Certified guy from Korea. Appreciate you coming in. Let me go ahead and do this first cut. Once we get this first cut, I'm going to lift it up with the tractor over here. And then that should weaken the structure enough to where I can just make a couple more cuts and get it into pieces to get into that dumpster. All right, I think that end should be pretty weak now. I'm going to try to raise the side of it and see if I can't get the whole end of it to just snap off. Jump in the tractor real quick. This should be fun to watch, guys. I'm going to come in at it from that side and just lift up on it with the tractor and see if it breaks off. There's such a huge difference between the non-pressure treated wood versus the pressure treated wood. That stuff is like almost completely rotted away. The pressure treated wood is still pretty solid, but I'm not trying to save it. Going bass fishing today. Sweet. We don't want to burn the pressure treated, but I probably will burn this other wood. Had that in my back pocket. Put that down so I'm not sitting on it the whole time. Smith, appreciate you coming in. I am getting rid of this old dog pen here. We had an old dog kennel with a roof and a floor and everything so the dogs could stay out there during the daytime. But I already built a new one back on the other side of the yard here. And this one's kind of rotten, whatever you want to say. So I'm getting rid of it. We got a dumpster over here for building materials and stuff from the house build that we're doing. There's the new house, guys. It's looking pretty awesome so far. But this thing's got to go. It's just an eyesore in the yard. So let's lift up on this thing and see what happens. That did pretty much what I was hoping it was going to do. It snapped the end of it off. I'm going to try to do that like 3 or 4 more times going down the thing, and then those pieces should be light enough to be able to grab with the tractor and move them over the dumpster. Maybe I should do them one at a time. What do you think? Hey, Ray. Ray's Outdoors in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, that thing is an eyesore for sure. It's got to go. And it's all half rotted. We'll take any fish that bites. Yeah, I think kind of just to get it out of the way, really. I'm going to finish that piece. It's probably too heavy for me to pick up because it's got concrete on the ends of the posts and stuff. And it's a little oddly shaped. to fit in the dumpster. Let me go check this out and see my best plan of attack here. All right, I got an idea. There's only 4 lag bolts that are holding the posts onto the deck. I'm going to undo those 4 bolts, and I can probably take the legs off. And then I'll just have a flat piece of deck to throw in the dumpster, and then I can throw the posts on there. Yeah, we're going to burn everything that's not pressure treated, Stuart. The pressure treated stuff has all kinds of chemicals and causes cancer and all that stuff. So we're going to throw that into the dumpster. Some of it I'll burn. But yeah, the flat stuff that's easily fits in the dumpster, I'm just going to throw it in there. But let me go grab my socket so I can take those sockets and socket wrench to get those lag bolts out of there. Of course, there's 4 more screws that I got to take out. That's what dog pee does to galvanized metal. The dog pee causes it to rust way faster. Mrs. Thunderstruck, hey, appreciate you coming in. Switching phones, all right. I'm going to try to save the big hardware because some of it's still pretty good, especially like the lag bolts and washers and stuff. It's like $8-10 worth of stuff right there. I'm going to get those 4 screws out of there, and then the post should just come right off. Doing great. Hope all is well with you. Tell Justin I said hi. I am going to grab my drill so I can take those 4 screws out of there. And then the thing should just fall apart. Mama Fish Head's pulling back in. Hey Justin, appreciate you coming in. Just in time to see the minivan. Woo! I'm going to try to get those 4 screws out, and hopefully that's all that's holding this thing together now. I mean, structurally, that thing's got to be dead by now. I am going to just push on it a little with the tractor. Hopefully it just pops right off. Scotty, Scott Smith, MVP. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. Yeah, tomorrow is our fishing day. Today is working on the homestead, so I figured why not just pop up live and let everybody watch me struggle with some manual labor here. Trying to get rid of this eyesore of an old dog kennel that we have. And I put the thing together really well, so it's hard to take down. But let me see if I can just knock it apart with the tractor real quick. Don't leave screws laying in the driveway. I'm going to be really glad when this thing is done, when it's gone. That thing does not want to give up the ghost. Amazon van just pulled up. Let's see what Mama Fish Head ordered. I could definitely use some forks. It would be so much better. I'm waiting to see what this Amazon package is. I got some secret orders that I've put in to improve our channel. I don't know if this is them or not. Good, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Both for Mama Fish Head. Not my stuff, guys. So I'll just take this over to the house and forget it came. I just realized I forgot something. I didn't move my tools out of the way when I dumped all that stuff on it. Hopefully I didn't do anything stupid. Glacier Shark, Jerry Boston, appreciate you guys coming in. Yep, we are getting rid of this old eyesore of a thing over here in the yard. Because if you guys haven't seen recently, we've gotten this far on our house. Next week they should have the trusses and the shingles up and we can get it dried in. I'll be doing some siding for like a couple weeks because I'm going to do the siding myself. Doors and windows will be in there, siding, and then I'll paint the whole thing. Then the exterior of the house will be pretty much finished. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm excited about it, Jerry. I'm trying to get this terrible old dog kennel out of here, and it does not want to give up the ghost. All right, besides a little dirt in there, I don't think we're any worse for the wear here. So we'll get this out of the way so we don't ruin our tools. And then I should be able to get those 3 pieces over the dumpster. Guys, you know the saying, two pair of hands is better than one? This would be so much easier if I could have somebody else helping me, like put it on the loader instead of me trying to like wiggle it and move it, because it is not going on there. I'm gonna have to manually handle stuff here, which is awesome on my back. The humble oneness, good morning to you. Nah, today we are not fishing. Tomorrow is fishing day. Today is me trying to get some stuff done around here to get ready for our house to be finished. I've been looking at this thing for like 2 years, waiting to get it out of here. And today I decided I'm doing it. And it's as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Lifting 60 pounds of concrete on the end of a 4x4, which is all wired, is super awkward and annoying and painful because everything on there is sharp and splintery. I think now though I can get the bucket in front of that pile of mess and get that pile of mess onto the bucket. Actually, I'm gonna grab my pry bar. Yeah, humble oneness. I need somebody. I got no helping hands. The boys wouldn't really be very much help for this. Plus, I would fear for their safety. Let me grab my pry bar. I'll pull the tractor right up there, and maybe I can just pull it on there with the bar. Got 2 splinters already, guys. All right. One piece is gone. Beach Haven? I don't even know where that is. Sounds pretty awesome. I want to go to a place called Beach Haven. Yeah. I think I'm going to make a slightly different plan for the rest of these. Cutting it up and breaking it apart wasn't too bad, but getting it from there to the dumpster was the hard part. Let's reevaluate. I do know I want to take that top piece that's hanging off right there and get that off, because that extra piece of 2x just swinging all over the place doesn't help at all. You pry it off and then the wires are still holding it. I'm not giving up, guys. I'm not giving up. Angel, hello to you. Appreciate you coming in. Once this thing is gone, though, the good news is all I have is one trailer filled with like garage trash to throw into that dumpster, and then we're done with our trash. We cleaned out the entire garage, filled that dumpster up like halfway with like just old junk we had in the garage and we're getting rid of. Not even worth like donating or selling. We did donate a few things, but it wasn't worth keeping most of this stuff, so we just chucked it. Chucking the trash company and have them come and pick up this dumpster and get it out of here. It's going to be pretty full when they come and get it. Hope they don't charge me extra. I gotta say, guys, when I build something, it's strong. Too strong to take apart. Guys, I just noticed the concrete guys put a bunch of extra plate bolts that go into the concrete and hold the house down over there on the dog pen. These things are like $5 each. It's like $100 right there. Just paid myself for this job. All right, I think I need like a 2-minute break here, guys. Phoenix, it is a lot of work, but this place is pretty awesome. Can't complain. Soon we'll have that dumpster and that porta potty out of here, and the on-grid house, the on-grid homestead build will be complete. We've been living in this part of the house with the big garage and the tiny house right there for like 3 years now, waiting to do this. We're finally about to have it. Pretty pumped, but we got to get this ice to the yard, and it is kicking my butt. Let me grab a drink real quick and I'll be right back, guys. See you in a minute. That tree was definitely not that overgrown when I built this thing. None of those branches were even close to that thing. Hey, Peter, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. If you guys can, hit that like button. Spread this across the YouTube universe. All right, let me get back to it here. You know what I just thought of, guys? The phone being out here in the direct sunlight, it's probably going to overheat. Let me see if I can put it in a shady spot so it doesn't overheat. Yeah, that's going to be better. Much better. I don't think the dogs were ever going to escape out of this thing. Chang hang in the house. Yeah, this wood is half rotted anyway. I'm throwing it in a dumpster just to get rid of it. It is pressure treated, but the ends are starting to rot and stuff, so I'm not trying to save it. And I don't really want to burn pressure treated wood. So in the dumpster it goes. But yeah, it's not good wood anymore. All right, I got all of the structural pieces out of there. The problem now is that the whole thing will fall over on me. So it's going to be dangerous trying to cut it. I might try to cut the posts out of it very carefully. and then just have the platform sitting on the ground where I can cut it. Let me see what I'm working with here. I think I can at least get the middle posts out with the saw. The screws are so deteriorated. It's hard to even get them to come out. That's why we're just having to bust this thing up and get it to the dumpster. Just had that little guy on me. I don't think it's a tick, so we're in good shape. All right, I should be able to safely cut away the next section now. Whew. It ain't easy, guys. Never easy. All right, that one's down. We'll grab that. Move that one out of the way. We got a few other pieces to throw on the dumpster pile here. It's gonna get kind of tall sticking out of the dumpster, which I'm worried about. May end up having to have a nice big bonfire here. Yeah, I'm thinking bonfire, guys. The wind is blowing that way, away from us, away from the house, out into the safety zone. Bonfire time. Once I get the rest of that cut up. It's harder to get it to the dumpster and fit it in the dumpster than it is to just get it to the burn pile back there and burn it. I just have to be really, really careful. Really, really careful not to hit any screws or brackets or anything with the chainsaw. I touched a bracket on the last cut and I heard it, but I pulled up before it took the chain or anything like that. Always working, Peter. Always working. If I'm not working at my job, I'm working on the property or I'm working on YouTube. Never bored, ever. It might have dulled the blade just a tiny bit, but it's still working. Always running out of gas when you're in the middle of a cut. I'm over here looking everywhere in the garage for the gas can that has the mixed gas in it. And then I realized I left it back in the shed. So I had to go inside, get the shed key. Now I'm going back there, guys. I'll be back in a minute. All right, it definitely shouldn't have been that much of a challenge to refuel and re-oil the chainsaw, but it was. Admiral Kirk. Lame. Super lame. All right, let me get back to this now that I wasted like 10 minutes trying to figure out gas and oil. But we are back on track again, guys. Got to do this before we can go fishing. Loma. Hey, Loma. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. We're going fishing tomorrow, Loma, but today I'm doing stuff on the homestead. I'm trying to get rid of this old dog kennel that we've had for years, and it's all rotted and gotta go. Loma, I don't think you've seen the progress we've been making on the Fish Head Homestead here. We're adding on a big old addition to the house. So we're trying to clear up the yard. I got to take down that one tree right there because that's where the new septic system is going to be, right over there where all that wood and that tree is. But next week the trusses come in and then we'll put the roof on it, and then I get to do all the siding, doors, and windows. Then the outside of the house will be pretty much done. Yeah, it is. It's exciting. I'm pumped about it. I know Becca's pumped about it. But first I got to get rid of this thing so that we don't have that right in front of our nice new house. Let me get back to cutting here. Appreciate that, Loma. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Just Italian in the house. Working on your place too, heck yeah. I just heard a cat or something back there. I hear a cat meowing. Meow. Meow. That was me. All right, let me get back to cutting. Some of the smaller stuff I'm just going to throw in the dumpster that we have. The bigger stuff, like those pieces that I'm cutting, we're going to do a big old bonfire later. Just burn it all. Whew. All right. Next round of cuts. This thing is whooping me, guys. Whooping me. It's all right. We're going to finish cutting this. We're going to move it. We're going to get it all out of the way. We're going to mow this area. And then it'll be like this thing never existed. Where the holes are that the concrete posts are coming out of, I'm going to fill them in with dirt. So there won't even be holes in the ground anymore. And it'll literally be like nothing happened here. Hopefully. Keep putting my pry bar down somewhere. Rando, what's up? Oh yeah, you got trees to cut too? We got a couple more to go, but we're getting really close to being done with the trees. Rando, I'm just gonna load them in the bucket here on the tractor. Bring them back to a fire pit that we have behind the house. And we're just gonna go ahead and burn this thing. It's gonna be an epic bonfire. And I'm gonna keep my distance from it because it's pressure treated wood. But it's too big and too bulky, and the dumpster is almost full. So, fire time. I came over here to grab this and I almost forgot it. should have done this in the winter when it was cold. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Oh, we got lots of bonfire videos, Rando. We do a lot of fishing and camping and stuff. So yeah, you can check out a bunch of our videos. Might go live a little bit later, just for a few minutes for this bonfire. We'll see. We still got a bunch of stuff to do, and we're making a long form video right now. And tonight we're supposed to be making a top secret catfish pack bait recipe that we're going to try out tomorrow at the lake. I'm starting to see the end in sight here with this thing, guys. I didn't think the day would ever come. Project is beating up my back, guys. My back already feels wore out. I hear my dad, he lives like a quarter of a mile that way, mowing. I heard his lawnmower start up, and then I heard something really loud, like and then he turned his lawnmower off. So I wonder what's going on over there. I guess he'll call me, guys. Tell me if I get a text or a call while I'm cutting. Oh, it started back up. I hear it. Maybe it just hit like a log or something. Sounds like it's working good. All right, I think that's enough cuts. Summer, appreciate you coming in. Hello to you. I think we've cut enough. If I get the 2 legs off, 1 and 2, that last piece isn't too big to lift up with the tractor. We'll get all this to the burn pile. We'll get this to the dumpster. We'll mow this out, make it look pretty again. And then it'll be like nothing ever happened there. I'm gonna need the socket wrench to get that thing off of there. All right, the bolts are out, so all I have to do now is just kind of pry the legs off, and then it should be all separated. I'm not trying to save these posts. They got concrete stuck on the end of them and stuff, so they're going in the dumpster. All right. That is actually a really good spot for me, knowing that it's now completely disassembled. I'm trying to keep the phone in the shade, but I don't have much here, guys. Not much shade to work with because it's going to overheat on me. I can tell. It's hot out today. We can go ahead and get rid of the rest of this stuff. The posts are going in the dumpster. The deck is going back to the fire pit. I gashed myself a little bit there. Not the worst gash I've ever had. But I'm going to go ahead and get on that, and then we'll burn the rest of it in the fire pit. The bad thing about that, there's going to be a bunch of screws and metal brackets in the fire pit tomorrow, but we can probably just roll over it with a magnet, pick them all up, hopefully. But that thing did not want to give up the ghost, guys. So like I said, when I build something, I build it good and strong, which means when it's time to take it down, it's a nightmare to try to get it to come down, especially after a while when you can't just unscrew it and stuff. But that is a big deal. But that's now finished. I got to move some stuff. Let me get on that, guys. It's going to be sweet. And then I'll mow it. You guys can watch the mowing process and watch this just turn into a nice little area of the yard. As strenuous as this has been, I'm actually dreading this part the most because each one of these posts has like 40 pounds of concrete on the end of it. And I got to pick them all up and carry them like 20 yards to the dumpster over here. Cast Blast 1989, appreciate you coming in. Tomorrow is our fishing day, Cast Blast. Today we're just doing some work on so we can play tomorrow. That's how I'm looking at it right now. It'll be worth it though. I've been wanting to get this rotting old dog pen out of here for like 2 years, and the time has finally come. Let me move these posts before I prolong it any longer. Don't want to lose his tools. It sucks. It sucks. Found a piece of my tree stand. Tree stand's been up there for a while. Appreciate that, Cast Blast. We're making a long form video and we'll be live if you want to join us. The premise behind the long form video is we are making a new kind of catfish pack bait. Just getting the wood chips out of my shoes. We're making a new kind of catfish pack bait that we've never tried, and I've actually never seen anybody try. And then we're going to go to the lake and see if it attracts catfish. Hopefully do a catch and cook. Whew, I'm still out of breath. But yeah, it should be a pretty epic day, so definitely make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, and then tomorrow when we go live you'll know when we pop up out there. And hopefully you can join us and see us catch some big old catfish. One or two that are like 5 pounds maybe, and we'll keep those and we'll bring them home and we'll do a catfish fry. That should be pretty awesome. I'm pumped about it. No concrete. I'm gonna bring this pile next. Potatoes or rice? We can try either one, actually. Probably potatoes. I'm not a huge rice guy, so I would rather go potatoes. Baked potatoes, maybe. Or fried potatoes, like home fries. That would be good. I'm gonna get this pile of trash over to the dumpster over there. Then we got 3 more posts to move. There's still a few random sticks laying back there, and the old rotted roof, which is gonna be fun. All that's going in the dumpster. The rest of the decking and stuff we can burn. Yeah, we can fry up, just chop the potatoes up into pieces like this big, fry them in the same oil as the catfish, and it'll taste delicious. I just heard the chickens making all kinds of weird noise. Like, "Ah!" So I went over there to check it out, and they seemed fine. I don't know what they were doing. Chickens fine. They've been laying a lot of eggs lately too, which is awesome. I'm about having eggs. They're doing it again. All right, the rest of that is not pressure treated. Barry, happy weekend to you. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you in the house. Doing some work around the homestead here. Getting rid of this old dog kennel that we had here. That's the old roof of it. And that's all that's left of it. I'm trying to get it up here to this dumpster. And the decking and stuff right there, I'm gonna burn. But we are making good progress. I feel pretty good about it, to be honest. It is a relief to have this thing finally getting out of here. Oh, it's so heavy. forgot about this old garden bed I hid back there. Yak fishing. What's up to you, Yak? Appreciate you coming in. We're finally getting rid of this old thing, this old dog kennel. I think I'm going to keep this garden frame. It's a raised garden bed. It's still solid. It's all pressure treated. No reason to throw that away. We'll put this in a different spot and store it. Just woke up. Nice. I've been out here for a couple hours working like an idiot. Trying to get this done because the house, I want the outside of the house here done soon. The trusses and the roof will be on next week. I'm going to put the doors, windows, and siding on right after that. Paint it up. Then we just have some dirt work to do around the house. So I didn't want this big eyesore right here, right in front of the house. So that's the project for today. The good news is we're going fishing tomorrow, Yak. Yeah, it's working. It's beating up my back a little bit, but it's working. But yeah, tomorrow. And for our long form video, Dylan and I are making an experimental pack bait for catfish. We're taking it out to Lake Talquin. We're going to see if we can catch some catfish for a fish fry. We'll do a catch and cook video, but we're also going to be live too. So check it out live tomorrow, Yak. And like a week or two later, the long form video, freshwater, Lake Talquin. It's right in between Tallahassee and Quincy. That's why they call it Talquin. They actually made it. They dammed up the Ocklawackney River and created Lake Talquin. Like back in the 20s or something, the 1920s. But it is making good progress anyway. Hey, Grampy Fish Head's walking over. What? All right, let me wrap this up real quick.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long. It just needs to get yanked out.
Yak, we'll be out there tomorrow, like mid-morning probably, say 10 or 11-ish. We're not going to go super early for catfish. Doesn't really matter. But Grampy Fish Head needs me to tow his zero turn out of the woods. He had a little accident over there. Everything's fine. We're just going to go get his zero turn out of the woods. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Appreciate everybody for joining. We got that far already. I'm going to finish that up, mow this out, and then it'll look like nothing ever happened here. But definitely join us tomorrow for that fishing live stream. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.